Couple of very strong Protosses here. This should be a pretty nice matchup between the two.
Oh yeah, very nice indeed. We have seen these players go up toe-to-toe against each other in these OSC King of the Hill weeklies, but now they have a full-on series.
Yes, and here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Oh my god, Rufus, please don't lie down on my keyboard. I can't find what I need now. As we do have, playing for Alpha X, this is Exostriker.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire, we have his opponent, the Polish Protoss player representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. Here we go, and yeah, as a reminder to everyone, predictions are now open for who you think is going to come out on top in this PvP. It's a PvP, so it's a little bit more difficult to predict. It can be a little bit harder to assume who's the favorite, especially because, you know, players can definitely punch up in this matchup with very many different builds. So yeah, everyone strap yourselves in for PvP.
Oh. Strap yourselves to your seats. Get your seatbelts out.
Get them out.
Never move.
You're staying here with us.
Keep your helmet on at all times. Do not leave your arms or legs outside of the ride.
Oh, you've been on a roller coaster.
Have you ever been on a roller coaster?
It's been a
I feel
while.
like you probably haven't.
It's been like.
Is that rude that I think you haven't been on a roller coaster?
Mike, you're an animal. Do you remember Wonderland? Do you remember that? Do you remember? Yeah, I went to Wonderland.
I went to Wonderland when I was a kid.
Yeah, I went to Wonderland.
And then it closed down for a while, and then they opened it up again, right?
Did they? I thought it was closed forever. I thought it was bought by a company and just demolished.
They changed it. Didn't someone else? Luna Park got it, right? Like it's a Luna Park now, right?
Are you sure?
Or no, it used to be a Luna Park. One or the other way. It was a Wonderland, and then it was a Luna Park, and then it closed.
Okay. In my mind, it was a Wonderland, then it closed.
It closed for like 5 years, and then it became a Luna Park.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, I did go to Wonderland back in the day. Yeah, that's the last.
We have a
time.
Luna Park in Melbourne as well, but it's really small and shitty. And it's in a dodgy area.
Fair enough. I've been to Jamboree as well. Jamboree. It's there's no roller coasters there though.
You've been to Queensland? Like to Gold Coast? Movie World?
I've been to the Gold Coast. I haven't been to like Movie World or anything like that though.
Oh, Wet and Wild? You'd love Wet and Wild. You don't even need to know what it is. It's right up your alley.
It's made just for light, Puffy. It's just for me. It's beautiful. No one pulls out.
Wet and Wild and exposed chest.
Oh god. Anyway, talking about the game a little bit here. Exostriker is going for a bit of a proxy, a very committed proxy mate. This guy's going for a one-base all-in.
Yeah, with Phoenix. I haven't seen this before. I'm really intrigued to see how this is going to work. I'm guessing that he could like pick up a bunch of the units and just go straight for the shield battery, maybe. I'm not exactly sure how this is meant to work out. It's very interesting that he's making Phoenix of all things on one base.
Yeah, I worry because Krystianer was able to scout. So there's a reason why he has a shield battery. There's a reason why he has so many units back at home, because he was able to confirm the lack of Nexus. So he's getting ready for whatever comes his way. I don't think he's really expecting or anticipating Phoenixes of all things, but regardless, like he's getting in position for even a Prism to go into the main base.
Yeah, maybe we see from Exostriker actually further commitment into a depth. So you see that Zealot as well. We see he's moving a little bit further down to this bottom left-hand corner, and it kind of looks like he was keeping these Phoenix back to try to snipe an Oracle being sent across the map.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, we do have a hallucination moving out, and it does confirm the location of the army. More units are being warped in. The Phoenixes are coming in as well to help CC and I guess lift up the Stalkers.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And here we go. Exostriker dives on top of the shield battery immediately.
Yeah, right on top of that sheer battery. That sheer battery going to be going down right away. And there we go. We see the reason for the Phoenix. They're going to be picking up those Immortals. This is really nice. But for Krystianer, he has an immense amount of adepts. We did see the full commitment on that Immortal. It will be going down, but looks like he just doesn't have enough units here.
Yeah, I mean, the Phoenixes, they killed the Immortal, but what can they do now? You know, there just isn't enough on the ground. GG gets called, and Krystianer takes the first game.
GG. Very strong first game coming out from Krystianer.
Yeah, a very unique one-base all-in from Exostriker. I think we can all agree on that. And it looked like, you know, it was accomplishing what he needed to do. You know, he was able to break the natural and get on top of the shield battery. He was able to CC the Immortal as well. But I guess because Krystianer had so much forewarning about the all-in, like, he just had so many more units on the ground.
Yeah, that was wild. Wet and wild. Like a water slide.
Shaking my head. No, when I went to the Gold Coast, I was at Surface Paradise. Is that a yeah? That's
a thing.
Yeah, there you go.
But they had I think they have a V8 supercars there sometimes.
Ah, there you go.
But I remember they had like F1 or something when I was there. All the roads were closed off.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's crazy. Oh god. Have you been to the world of movies?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map, it is playing for Blazer Krystianer.
And spawning in the top left hand corner of Nightshade LE, we have his opponent. Representing Alpha X, the yellow Protoss player, it is Exostriker. Oh boy, and yeah, we haven't really been able to speak too much about this. Yaku and I, we were able to cast for Jumi versus Mio Micah on this very map, and now we see it return once again. You may be watching, you may be wondering, the hell is going on? Where are we? Oh. It's 2019, puppy. We have a couple of old maps, sprinkled in.
Are you sure it's 2019? Can I exhale?
Oh my god.
As we do see, 2 gates being started out by both players here, so we'll be looking to be safe for both of these players. This isn't really the kind of map that affords a 1 gate expand. So yeah, we are kind of seeing on a map of old, a meta of old as well.
And Exostriker is doing what we expect him to do. He's a very cheesy player, and I expect him to cheese every game this series. As he goes for another proxy pylon out in the middle of the map.
Oh, but
if you remember Exostriker, he's the player that every single time he plays on Moondance, he goes for proxy robo. I know if you remember him doing that against, like, in OSC King of the Hill and against Patty Mac as well in team leagues.
my kind of Protoss. When I play PvP, I just play 3-gate robo over and over and over.
Yeah.
I don't care if they hold it. It's I'm just like, I'll just micro better next time though.
Maybe Exostriker is Asher in disguise, as we do see a proxy robo in the middle of the map. We have 2 gateways to start things off here, but Krystianer, he is wise to his opponent. He's going for his own defensive robo.
Yes, it's really nice. He has the Adepts as well, so they have the potential to get a little bit of counter damage across the map too, especially if Exostriker is distracted. We do see he's going to be starting up some extra Stalkers as well, so should be expecting to see a 3rd gate going down anytime now.
We really should. Exostriker, he did also scout and confirm the robo follow-up from his opponent. We have a shield battery on the way as well. Again, yeah, Krystianer knows that he has to defend on 2 bases. He's moving out with his Adepts, trying to bypass these Stalkers. He may even come across the proxy. Oh my god.
Yeah, spots out the proxy there, and it looks like he's going to be going for basically a mirrored build, but with the defender's advantage, I definitely favor him here. He's going to be going for that Warp Prism as well.
Yeah, so he's going to have a little bit of extra micro potential with his units. He can dodge those shots as best as he can. So I do kind of favor Krystianer for the time being, but Exostriker has plenty of practice being in this position. This is his bread and butter, and we'll see if he's going to be able to overcome the defender's advantage.
Will he be able to butter his bread? As we do see a bit of damage going on this pylon at the front here. He's actually going to be opting for an Immortal rather than a Warp Prism, and that will signal Krystianer to rush back onto the high ground. I love that he's preemptively throwing down a second pylon as well.
Oh yeah, there's the second pylon. Meanwhile, back at home, Exostriker's transitioning. By the way, he's going for the bait. He's going for the bait, puppy.
Wow, this is kind of crazy. So looks like he's going to be looking to realizing that Krystianer is only on one base, go for a disruptor, I suppose, and try to catch these units kind of bunched up at the ramp.
But at the same time, the Adepts have made their way into the main base of Exostriker. Krystianer goes across the map immediately. He forces a recall.
Yeah, this was a very clever move from Krystianer to go for these Adepts with the Warp Prism, and it looks like he's caught Exostriker completely unawares here.
Yeah, this is going to buy so much time for Krystianer to just establish himself, to establish map control as well. Looking at his vision, he also scouted the base, so he knows about the disruptors that will be coming out. But they won't.
Yeah, he's got 2 Immortals as well, so I don't think these disruptors are going to be coming out.
That's it, GG. As soon as the recall back home, as soon as Exostriker gave up map control, Krystianer could just get on top of that robo and shut it down.
Yeah, there we go. And very good build coming out from Krystianer there. I have to believe that the fact that he chronoed out his Prism means that he pretty much knew exactly what Exostriker was doing and had that plan from the start. I think he'd rather have an Immortal if you weren't planning to do that. So yeah, it looks like a very well planned out build order by Krystianer.
Yeah, he knew what response he wanted to go for specifically against Exostriker, and very well executed, as you were saying. Just clean cut, beautiful play. And we'll see if we can get a little bit of a longer series here, because Krystianer, he just needs one more, uno más, to move on into the next round.
Yeah, that is all that is required, and he has looked very confident in these last few games. So I'll be looking out to see if Exostriker can mix things up a little bit this time.
Yeah, he's been trying to go for some different cheeses. You know, game 1 especially was surprising. I don't think anyone saw it coming. But what does he have in store for us in game number 3?
As here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map for Alpha X, this is Exostriker.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have his opponent, the Polish Protoss player, who happens to also be pink, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand. Animal.
Why didn't you do that for your intro?
I should have. I forgot, and then I just did it anyway. Coming to you live from the Himalayas. The weather is 35, minus 35.
I'll have you know, today we came in live from Eddie's basement.
Oh, okay. What's the weather like?
Oh, it's moist.
Oh. It's getting hot and heavy.
It's getting hot. It's getting heavy. The clothes are coming off, puppy.
Oh.
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 That's why we can't see you on cam. It's not safe for Twitch.
It's wearing the same thing you are.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Oh my god. As we of course are getting into game number 3. So far, Exostriker does send his probe out on the map. Just looking to scout for the time being though. Oh, never mind. He sends a second probe.
There's another probe.
Yeah.
There's always a probe.
Yeah.
Always a probe puppy. Kind of interesting that Krystianer doesn't opt to search around for any proxy with his probe. Seems like he's very comfortable to just go for a bit more of a one-size-fits-all defense.
Yeah, I mean, Exostriker has a reputation. That's the thing. And, you know, if you can assume that there's going to be 2 probes, Krystianer can assume that there's going to be 2 probes. Here we go. Another pylon is thrown down here for Exostriker. The gases have been taken. We have 2 adepts coming across the map. This isn't a bad position for a Stargate, but do you think he's going to go back to the Robo?
Oracles.
Oh.
Oh, you're a Protoss player. I knew it.
I'm Exostriker, Puffy. It is going to be a proxy robo. Again, this is just his go-to build. It didn't quite work out last game, but this time, yo, he's pulling an AsherBro.
He's going to be going for that 3-gate robo once again, so we'll be expecting to see a lot of Stalkers coming out. We'll be expecting to see that robo as well. Yes, I was going to say, hopefully he notices that his Stalkers are rallied to the wrong side of the wall, and he does notice that and pick up on that.
Oh, yeah, it
Ooh.
does. Notice in the end.
And he's going for a sentry.
Interesting. So he's going for the sentry. At the same time, 2 adepts do shading towards the main base of Krystianer. A lot of probes are actually going to be going down here. 4 probes. Not too shabby at all. And Exostriker gets a full scout of, does once again see the robo as a response.
Yeah, gets that adept out of there. We do see a couple sentries being started up by Krystianer here. So Exostriker, yeah, going for his own sentry and going to be going for that immortal out of the robo as well. So just waiting for that warp gate to finish on up. We'll have access to 1 round of warp ins over at this gateway.
Yeah, he will have that warp available. Here we go. As I follow up, we have a prism on the way as well to rally everything into the main base. Mate, I think, is he going to try and force field Krystianer off from the main?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh my, he's an animal, papi.
True. We just see Krystianer actually organizing his units quite well to deal with this, and it's going to be slowed down enough that he should be able to bring his forces from the south up into the main.
He should be able to, but we'll see how quick Exostriker is going to be able to pull the trigger here. Here we go. The army is being rallied over in towards, is going to be elevated in towards the main base. Ooh, out of vision of Krystianer. Uh-oh.
Yeah, kind of looks like this is specifically designed for this map as well, because this main is huge.
Oh my god, and here we go. Finally, he has been revealed. Krystianer has to respond with everything he has. The force field on the ramp. Ooh, a little bit too late.
Yeah, and not fully force fielding, but he actually picks off the immortal there of Krystianer. Krystianer will be able to get this around with the pros. We see a little bit of micro coming out from the war prism of Exostriker.
Yeah, a little bit of micro indeed. We see Krystianer trying to get on top of that immortal, and it looks like it's too much. G gets called, and Exostriker fights back.
There we go. Not going to let this one go to that 3-0. Exostriker keeps himself in it with some crafty players.
Mate, there you go. It's been a while since we've seen a player go for that cheeky move with the prism and the sentries. It used to happen quite a lot in PvZ. Every now and then you see it in this matchup as well, and yeah, we see why. It has its place.
Actual animal move.
Hey, you say that, mate, you're like, maybe I should start doing that as well.
Nah, it looks too hard.
What do you mean?
It's too hard. I can't do it.
Oh my
I can only make 1 unit. I'm a mono battles Protoss.
my head. Even with proxy robo, you just make stalkers? Just pure stalkers?
Yeah, just stalkers. Pure stalkers and a warp prism.
No more. Oh my god, and now we move on to his favorite map. We're dancing in the moonlight.
Every Protoss' favorite map, as we do have spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map for Alpha X. This is Exostriker.
Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Moondance, in the bottom right hand corner of the map, we have his opponent, the pink Polish purple Protoss player, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer.
Not a people leader.
Allegedly. He doesn't eat the people. Allegedly.
As here we go. We are going to be starting things up the same once again. And you called it before. This is yet another proxy robo map here for Exostriker. But will he be looking to mix things up a little bit?
I've never seen Exostriker not go for a proxy robot on Moondance, and I don't want to be wrong today. I don't want to see him divert from the plan. I want to believe that it's just instinctual at this point, that it's just a reflex. It's something that he has to do. But we'll see. We'll see if we get a second probe out on the map. Because for the time being, there's only one.
True. There is only one. There can only be one.
There can only be one, papi.
No, one's a Terran player. As we do have this probe dipping on into the main, just going to be scouting. Everything is normal. Everything is safe and secure. We do see both probes going to be back at home. And Exostriker actually this time, with this probe of Krystianer, keeping an eye on everything going down, isn't going to be sending a probe out on the map.
Yeah. Oh my god. Exostriker, he's spreading his wings. He's showing that he's not a one-trick pony. He can mix things up in some which way. And he's even opening double stalker. Oh my god.
Yes, it does have the double stalker here. Still does have the option to throw down a robo in the main. Looks like, where did this probe go? Did he lose his probe? Oh no, there we go. It's just going to be finishing that wall off to spot the first 2 units out of Krystianer.
It looks like Exostriker, I may be speaking too soon, but it looks like he wants to expand.
No.
It looks like he wants to take a natural
His probe's
base.
not going home. Yeah.
Never mind. Oh,
It's scouting, actually.
it's scouting. It's crazy.
He made a Stargate.
He's making a Stargate. He's still
Who is
delaying
this
his
guy?
Nexus, but like he's banking up for it, mate. He's going for it.
Who is he and what has he done with Exostriker?
Where is my boy? As we do see Exostriker throwing down his Nexus, there we go. So very similar openers here. Krystianer prioritized his base. Exostriker prioritized his tech, so he will have a faster Oracle. But outside of that, yeah, everything's looking quite standard.
Yeah, there we go. So Krystianer once again going to be going for that sentries. Does open himself up there to get that constant hallucination, as we do see a little bit of pressure going to be going down with these 4 stalkers as well, and looking to trade out pretty nicely there. If he can take out some sentries, that would be some very high value trades there. But good force fields from Krystianer.
Yeah, good force fields, but you know what? Oh my god, all the stalkers, they do survive. The target firing is quite good as well. Both sentries go down.
Wow, very nice micro, but Krystianer actually bringing that adept back. He's going to be able to clean up these low health stalkers, and actually looks like he might be able to take out a few of them. We do see a little bit of body blocking with the adept, very cute there, and a lot of those stalkers going to be going down. Only 1 stalker left here, as we do have the Oracle being sent across the map.
Yeah, that was a bit of a brutal trade from the side of Exostriker. Looking at the units lost tab here, he lost 3 stalkers for 1 stalker and 2 sentries. Sentries do hold a lot of value, don't get us wrong, but losing those many stalkers that early on can be brutal. It can leave you vulnerable to a counterattack. Speaking of being vulnerable, Exostriker comes in with his Oracle.
Yeah, there we go. We do have the battery to pull back. 2 good reactions by Krystianer. Just 3 going down. We have another Oracle on the way, but meanwhile back in the base of Exostriker does accidentally finish off his wall, so we'll need to take out the shield battery.
Yeah, so a little bit of wasted resources there, but it's not the biggest of deals. The shield battery is going to be going down. Exostriker can now focus on saturating his base. What's important is that he kept his first Oracle alive. He's joined forces with the second. He's going to be headed towards the main base to one-shot some probes.
Yeah, there we go. He just walks in, he starts blasting, and we see 2 of those probes going down. 3 probes going down, gets out of there without taking too much hull damage on these Oracles.
Not bad whatsoever. Krystianer, he's been taking some hits. He's still ahead economically. Of course, instead of going for a Stargate, he goes for his own Twilight Council, so he's going to be able to get into Blink a lot faster. But what Exostriker lacks in a Blink timing, he makes up for it with his Forge.
Oh, true. That's a pretty early +1 actually.
It is quick puppy.
With the quickness, as we do have these Oracles dipping back in, not going to be able to get any help there from the shield batteries that do have the one-shot potential here. And Exostriker being very, very cautious with these Oracles. I like to see it here.
Yeah, again, he's been very careful with them. He's been getting a lot of damage over time, but here we go. Krystianer's going for a massive counterattack. Again, Exostriker still does not have Blink, but he does have a shield battery. He does have Overcharge. He can always fall back to that position as the Oracles come back in.
Yeah, Oracle's dipping back in, and they have gotten a lot of value here. 15 kills for that pair of Oracles, but we do see Krystianer actually going to be blinking up into the main. Would have been nice if he had a center here for a little bit of revenge, but does manage to depower the 2 gateways, and that's Exostriker's production gone, and he's going to have to pull probes to deal with this.
That is all of his production right now. He has 2 more gateways about to finish up, but the pylon is under threat, and once that goes down again, Exostriker can't warp in anything to defend.
Yeah, there we go. We have 4 gateways, 0 power, and Krystianer actually finding himself with one-shot potential with his Stalkers. Exostriker will go down. GG is called, and Krystianer takes the series.
GG, well played. Things very quickly escalated there for Exostriker. He was going to be hitting a timing later on with Blink with +1. Krystianer had a 3rd base on the way, and Exostriker was doing such a great job harassing with his Oracles. But he slipped up for one moment, allowed the Bling into the main. He didn't deny the shade. There was no, because the sentries died earlier, there was no hallucination. There was no way to get high ground vision other than that Adept getting past the wall and getting into that main base. Oh.
He says, this is why I don't build a natural. They just kill you if you build a natural.
They just kill you, puppy. GG, well played. Krystianer does take it, in a pretty confident fashion, but Exostriker, he had his moments as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and definitely looked very dangerous in every game there, so nothing to be too ashamed of, as we do see Krystianer, a very, very strong Protoss player, is going to be progressing in the bracket, and we do have our final match of tonight coming up between Spirit and Young Yakov.
Oh, exactly. The final best of 5 here that we have available to you. And of course, we saved the best for last. The ZVT, the matchup that everyone is always hyped about. The players feel like they're a little bit different when it comes to their caliber, when it comes to their skill level. Spirit is literally one of the best Terrans in all of Europe. Young Yakov, he's a young boy. He's new to the scene. He's looking to make a name for himself. He's looking to break out and maybe even cause an upset.